Hello students, good morning to all. Today we will be learning a new lesson from your social science book, and the lesson's name is Mughal Empire, Establishment and Extension. We have learnt about various dynasties in our social science classes, especially in 6th standard and 7th standard. When we were in 6th standard, we learned about the Mauryan dynasty and the Gupta dynasty. In 7th standard, we learned about various Rajput dynasties, and afterwards the Delhi Sultanate was established, and in Delhi Sultanate, various dynasties were ruling over Delhi Sultanate. First, the Ghulam dynasty, then the Tughlaq dynasty, and then the Khalji dynasty. They were ruling over India. And the last dynasty was the Lodi dynasty. And when Ibrahim Lodi was ruling over Delhi, Babar was ruling in Afghanistan, in Kabul. And Babar decided to invade India, and he defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in the year 1526. And by defeating Ibrahim Lodi in the battle of Panipat in the year 1526, we can say the new dynasty was established in India, and that dynasty is known as the Mughal Empire or the Mughal dynasty. Now we will be learning about Babar. Babar ruled from 1526 to 1530, and after defeating Ibrahim Lodi, he laid the foundation of the Mughal dynasty in India, and later he began to conquer the neighboring areas, and he conquered many small kingdoms, and he established a strong foundation for the Mughal dynasty. And in the year 1527, he fought a battle with Rana Sanga, and in the year 1530, he fell ill and he died. But before he died, he laid the strong foundation of the Mughal dynasty in India. And after Babar, his son Humayun became the ruler of Delhi. And Humayun ruled from 1530 to 1540 and 1555 to 56. As per the father's will, that is, as per the will of Babar, Humayun divided his kingdom into different provinces, and each brothers inherited one province each. And Humayun was able to retain Delhi and the surrounding areas. And after becoming the ruler, he had a lot of struggle with his brother Kamran, and he was defeated by another Afghan ruler called Sher Shah. And in order to save his life, he had to escape for 15 years. Later, he defeated the successors or the descendants of Sher Shah, and he re-established the Mughal dynasty in Delhi. Now, we will be learning about Sher Shah. Sher Shah is not belonging to the Mughal dynasty. He was belonging to the Sur dynasty. Sher Shah Suri was an Afghan leader who had progressed his own way. He defeated Humayun ties and there established the Sur dynasty. The dynasty established by Sher Shah is Sur dynasty. And after gaining control over Delhi, he won many battles, he defeated many other rulers, and he expanded his empire. And in history, Sher Shah is known as a reformer than a warrior, because he had done many welfare activities for his people. And after Sher Shah, his successors were not so strong. That is why Humayun was able to re-establish the Mughal dynasty. And after Humayun, his son Akbar became the ruler of Delhi. Akbar was only just 13 years old when his father died, and since he was very young, he was brought up by one of the ministers of Humayun. That is, his name is Bayran Khan. Bayran Khan was a faithful minister of Humayun, and Akbar was brought up by Bayran Khan. And already I told that he was only 13 years old when Humayun died. And when Hemu, the leader of Sikandar Sur, one of the descendants of the Sher Shah, that is over the Sur dynasty, they established their power over Delhi by that time. And when Akbar was in Punjab, he came to know about the incident and he reached there with his army. And with Bayran Khan's support, Akbar was able to defeat Hemu. And by that time, Akbar was grown enough and Bayran Khan was becoming more influential on him. So Akbar seized all his powers from Bayran Khan and he was asked to go for a Hajj pilgrimage. And on the way, Bayran Khan was killed. That is what the history says. And after getting the power, Akbar began to expand his empire. Among the Mughal rulers, we can say Akbar was the most efficient and able ruler. And Akbar's empire expanded during the period between 1585 to 1605. He annexed Kandahar, Kashmir and Kabul, and many other regions were conquered by Akbar, and he established a vast empire. There was a lot of disorder during the last days of Akbar, as one of his sons, Princess Salim, revolted against him. Salim adopted the name Jahangir. He ascended the throne. After Akbar, the next ruler of the Mughal dynasty was Jahangir. About Jahangir, we will be learning in the next class. Okay, thank you.